Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Dune. And finally, Denis Villeneuve's adaptation, or at least part one of his adaptation, so basically the setup of this adaptation of Frank Herbert's novel Dune has finally come out in theaters and on HBO Max. I went to see it in the theater because I wanted to go with my friend Joe, and boy was it fun experiencing this with screaming infants and yelling teenagers and people just constantly getting up and moving in front of me and stepping on my feet 4 or 5 times. And I just find it so interesting looking at the discourse of the only way to watch Dune is in a theater unless you have a really bad time at the movie theater that's completely distracting and not very engaging. But I'm going to get off of that tangent. Just thought that was an interesting little bit of the share. So context was there's a lot of big loud Hans Zimmer score, but also adding in some infant screaming too and crying, or having a fun time. There's definitely parts where that kid was having some fun. But this is Dune, and this is seems like one of the most hardcore science fiction films I've ever watched. It just feels like it's so unabashedly this genre and leans so heavily into it and knows that this is a dense, complex world. And this film is bogged down a lot by how much they need to set up in terms of world building. There's a lot of exposition. A lot of this film is set up at 2.5 hours already and waiting for the second half to come out. But there is a lot of setup. It does drag at times because it's just under the weight of exposition and just trying to get things situated. But this film is an absolute wonder. From a technical standpoint, Denis Villeneuve directs the hell out of this film. I could 100% see him getting nominated for Best Director for this film. The visual effects are so amazing that you look at it and you think they're just real. You think these amazing looking ships are real. These giant sandworms are real. Everything looks so realistic. And with the special effects and the design of everything and everyone, their costumes, their hair, the giant blob that is the Baron, played by Stellan Skarsgard, and just everything is coming together in the most perfect and meaningful way. And you have Hans Zimmer's score, which definitely has its Hans Zimmer-y moments, but most of the time is something atmospheric and unnerving and just completely new and just so impactful in creating an atmosphere about this film. There's a lot of tension, there's a lot of suspense, there's a lot of an unnerving, unsettling kind of shadow over things. And because there's so much politics going on here, there's you have these psychic powers that our lead character Paul has from his mother, and there's dark aspects of this film that really looks into those things, including Charlotte Rambling's character, who's this high priestess lady who's part of this order that Rebecca Ferguson, who is the lady Atreides, who she's a part of and has passed on to her son, and he might be this messiah who's meant to really pull the whole Imperium, the Empire, together. And there's a lot of that. It's very mysterious. Paul has all these visions that build a lot of intrigue. You definitely have some great action moments, some intensity, some incredible special effects in some bigger moments like that. You have such a strong cast. Timothee Chalamet does a great job of carrying this film. Rebecca Ferguson's really impressive. Love Oscar Isaac, Josh Brolin, and Jason Momoa is such a treat in this film. You have Stellan Skarsgard, who's just chewing it up as the Baron and channeling some serious Colonel Kurtz, Marlon Brando moments from Apocalypse Now, and just Javier Bardem and Zendaya, Bautista, who's in it a little bit. There's a lot of twists and turns. There's a lot of politics in terms of the narrative that builds on layers and could also be particularly relevant because with our world of politics and everything. But this film does have some unfortunate tropes. Like, it still feels like the, House Atreides has, like, this family, Oscar Isaac, and you have Timothee Chalamet, and they're trying to protect these people on this desert planet who are made up of a lot of minorities. It feels like it definitely has that kind of, like, Pocahontas, Last Samurai, Avatar kind of white savior complex a little bit, which I think that trope's a little tired out at this point, and maybe they could have shaken things up. But the narrative, it doesn't feel fully appreciated because it has to stop somewhere at this point in this book, and I felt like, it felt kind of natural in terms of where it wrapped up to me. But, it's still challenging that it doesn't feel like it's a complete story yet. And you have some very emotional moments. I did feel connected to these characters, and it upset me with what happened to some of these characters. But Dune is an awe-inspiring science fiction epic beyond all proportions. And this is just a sight to see, an experience. And if you haven't gotten a chance to check out Dune yet, you need to make sure that you experience this. The whole entire craft behind this film is just off the charts amazing. And you have such a great game cast to try to build up this narrative as well and really engage its audience, even if it has to spend a lot of time setting things up. But those are my thoughts on Dune. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.